Ace Windows and Doors just pulled up in their van, and they are going to be replacing my door today. So he is outside getting everything prepped up now. Okay, the installer is prepping to install, and you guys will watch him while he does it. we did get the locks reinstalled. We got the smart lock installed. We got the new door handle installed. All right, the painters did leave, and as part of the door video, I am going to show you that the door got painted on the inside white, just like this, with interior paint. And then if you step outside, and by the way, it is pouring down rain right now, and it has been for like the last hour. It's starting to slack up. But if we take a look outside, they did paint the outside of the door black. So there we go. This project is done. Got the new door, got the new viewing window. It looks awesome. I'm super hyped, and it matches the garage door. And I'm so thankful for you guys watching this video and subscribing and liking. We'll see you guys on the next one.
Look at you, dude. You're at 796, dude. You're a 3 horsepower away. We're done.
Everybody, welcome back to Supercar Street Racing today. It is hot in the SCSR Studio A because I forgot to turn the air on early in the morning so we could shoot all day, and so it's having trouble keeping up with the hot. But regardless of that, we have something else hot right here in my hand. This is the Diag 600 Pro OBD2 car scanner. Now, Top Don did reach out to Supercar Street Racing to see if we were willing to take a look at this, and I said I thought you guys would enjoy this very much, and they sent one of these out. So today we're going to be taking a look at this on Supercar Street Racing. Let's get to work. We're back in the hot but beautiful Supercar Street Racing Studio A today. One of my favorite places to be if it's not hot. It's probably about 75 to 76 degrees in here because I failed to turn on that air conditioner early enough for it to keep up, and it is very hot. If you reach up here, you can feel the heat coming directly out of the ceiling. But what else is hot is also this Diag from Top Don. The 600 Pro they sent out to us just to work with you guys on and show you how this works. So what we're gonna do today, our plan is we're gonna unbox this thing first. We're gonna take a look at this guy and see what's inside the box. We're gonna walk directly across the street over to Rich's house also, and we are going to hook this up to his truck and see what this thing can do. Thank you so much for 200,000 subscribers. It's amazing. It took a while to get there, but I am so happy with the progress of the channel, all because of you guys. You made it possible for us. Thank you so much. Now, this Diag 600 Pro is the upgraded version of the last model. It does use Android operating system. If you were wondering, most of these do use an Android operating system. Now, this Diag is able to analyze a lot of the different systems in the car, like the engine, transmission, sensors, and things like that, and report back to you what kind of condition those are in. This guy will give you detailed fault codes and descriptions so you understand exactly what you're working with. It also does maintenance functions like your battery. It does things like ABS, things like oil, throttle, and injector coding as well. And also cool things like TPMS reset should be able to be done by the Diag Pro. Now, this guy also does live data monitoring. It can read your car's data and show it in real time. This dude does do one-tap code fault clearing as well. You just hit one button and it goes ahead and resets all the active codes in your car. This guy uses auto VIN and auto ECU recognition to identify your vehicle. It's pretty future-proof because it uses CAN FD. This will keep this guy on the cutting edge of technology for a really long time. This powerhouse is compatible with 90 different vehicles and also 12 languages, so no matter where you are, you probably are able to use the Hdmi 600 Pro. It says that it has 2 years worth of updates built in. And now right back behind me up here, you can see some of the essential features it does for maintenance. It does things like oil reset, ABS bleeding, DPF reset, throttle relearn, SRS reset, brakes, battery matching, injector coating, and SAS reset as well. This guy has been on quite a few automotive sites online. You can see here, it's been featured on a lot of different places. You can see some of the technology right up here that it has: a 7-inch touchscreen, 3350 milliamp hour battery, a 4-core 1.5 gigahertz processor, and also it runs on Android 11. Now I am really hyped to get this Hdmi 600 Pro directly out of the box and see what's included with it. Let's go ahead and do that right now. All right, guys, right in front of me here, we have the Hdmi 600 Pro by Topdon. Now, Topdon sent us the 600 Pro. They call it their mid-range diagnostic tool here. They wanted us to check it out with you guys and go ahead and open it up and then maybe fire it up inside of a vehicle. So what we have right here is the Topdon Hdmi 600 Pro, and we're going to get this opened up right now. Now, taking a look at the box first, though, you can see right here just a picture of it on the front and a little car logo right there, Hdmi 600 Pro by Topdon. On the side, all it says is Topdon. So there's not much on the side of the box right here, but on the back we have a lot of information here. It says master the essentials. There's some contact information. They do have a North American phone number, and they do have other country phone numbers right here, and their website, www.topdon.com. There is a code right here indicating which one this is, and on the outside there is not much more to this box than that. Now let's go ahead and get this thing opened up and see what's inside. All right, so the first thing I see here, the presentation is real. We have a nice bag with all the stuff for the Topdon inside of it, so we don't need this box anymore where we're going. And nice looking case here for your OBD2 scanner. Let's go ahead and open it up and see. Has a nice handle on the top also for you to carry it. And inside of this, we do have the OBD2 cable. So it looks like it has an old school serial. I think that's a 16-pin connector there, and that's your OBD2 connector right there on the other side. Everything is nicely packaged in little bags, and inside of this probably is a charger. It is. It's a USB type A on one end, and thank goodness it's a USB type C on the other end. More and more companies are finally getting smart and putting USB type C in their devices so that everything is one standard. Then we've got the actual scanner right here, and there is a couple of little manuals as well. There's a quick user guide here. There is a user manual if you scan that. And the first part of the manual here is in English, and it kind of describes everything on the front of this, but let's get that opened up so you guys can see it in person. There is the nice Hdmi, really nice looking box with a nice large screen. It shows you what's on the front and on the top. Your top has your power button and your, I think that's a 16-pin serial connector right there. On the front you have your OK button, you have your return button, and then of course you have your keypad here. There is something on the side of the box, a charging port, and inside of there is your USB charging port. So there's not much else to do here except charge this. I'm not going to charge it right here. This is a slow charging. This is from the computer, so it won't have much amperage. So I'm gonna go plug it in the kitchen and start charging it, and I'll let you guys know how long it took to charge. All right, guys, we're back in front of the Topdon, and I'm happy to report that that took about 20 minutes from 60% all the way to 100%. So now we're ready to go ahead and fire up the Topdon. Let's go ahead and turn it on. There it is booting up, the Topdon. It says copyright 2024 Topdon. Let's see how long it takes to boot up. Now I'm assuming this thing has Wi-Fi that it can download new things. Let's see, so we're in the setup area right now. It is a touchscreen, nice, okay, cool. English US, next, that is the correct time zone. Now it's looking for my Wi-Fi network, here it is right here. I'm gonna go ahead and put in the code that you guys can't see. All right, I put my Wi-Fi information in, it says connecting. All right, so now it wants us to update the version to 2.3.0 and it's gonna fix known bugs. Let's see if it updates. It's got a line, it's indicating the progress right here. Let's let it do its thing. And finally, it is at 100% on the download. Now it's telling you here when you first use this thing, there goes the firmware update. It's gonna probably restart and update the firmware. Let's watch that process. Oh, no, it's on, okay. Cool, so let's hit update. Oh, okay, this is loading. It says there's a bunch of updates. Let's look at that. So this might be updating for the cars and stuff. There's 74. It says there's 74 updates. This has to be like vehicle updates. You just click this, it selects all of them to update. So there's 63, let's do it. And you can see a readout up here of the speed that it is downloading updates. Let's let that update in the background. We're back now after a couple of hours of break, and my GoPro overheated, of course, because it's absolute garbage and we're inside the air conditioning. This tablet did eventually finish all the updates. You can see right here there's nothing left. It did let me know that I have a free year of updates that is usually $29.99, but there's a lot of things here that we can't do right now because we're not connected to a car. It does diagnostics, OBD2, EOBD. So if you go into OBD2, you got to connect first. So what we're going to do after this, here's the different maintenance items you can do depending on what vehicle you have. So let's take this thing directly to Rich's house when it's not 115 degrees, get in his truck and connect it right up and see what it can do. Guys, I wanted to take a short break from the video to introduce you guys to our new sponsor, Trond. They sent us this very cool desk lamp right here, which is sitting so fly and bolted directly to Studio B desk. Now this lamp is awesome because it does tilt and articulate in a bunch of different ways. You can rotate it and do all kinds of stuff with it, and it is also kind of perfect for this area right here where we do the shooting. It does have controls on the very top, as you can see right here. All the controls that are on the top are also located on this remote control. The remote control does have a timer on it. It has brightness on it. It has color temperature. So as you can see right here, I'm rotating through the color temperature on the light from cool to really cool to warm white. And on the remote control right here, you can do the exact same things, if you guys can see that right here. The lamp just bolts right to the desk here. It bolts right from the underneath, and then all of the different areas of the lamp are articulable, so you can move everything. Especially these two little wands right here are very cool. I love that. You can almost see it in the webcam picture right there. So Trond donated this light. It is a 360-degree rotating Architect desk lamp. It has 5 colors, 5 brightness levels, a 24-watt light with eye care, and a 45-minute timer, and it does come with a remote control. Now, right now it is $69.99, but there is a 20% coupon you can apply to this, and also there's a promotion that you can save another 10% when you check it out online. And you can see right here on the picture, they're actually using DaVinci Resolve, and they have the nice desk lamp above it. That's what I'm going to be doing, because I'm going to install this guy right here. I'm going to put a link in the description to the Trond LED desk lamp. Make sure you support Supercar Street Racing. Tell them we sent you and show your love for SCSR. Now back to the video. right, you guys just saw us unbox this RD Diag Pro, and you saw everything that was included inside of the box. Now there's only one thing left to do. We're gonna go ahead and walk directly across the street, get into Rich's truck, and go ahead and see what all this guy can do. And let's see what maintenance does. You can reset different things in the car, like your oil light, your throttle position, your EBP, steering, ABS, DPF, BMS, injector, and TPMS. I pushed maintenance, and now I'm going to go to Toyota. It found the VIN again, double cab, confirm, and there's the manual oil reset, so you can go ahead and reset the light if you do get your oil changed. That part is not supported with engine and ECT. And here's all the other functions you can use to reset to do maintenance on the car. So for example, if you need to reset your injectors, you can go in there and do that. So the mall is where you can purchase things for the Topdon. That's that button right there. The library has a bunch of useful information here, like a DTC repair guide, DLC location, warning light library, a user manual, and a quick support with TeamViewer. I guess they can remote in and work on this. And I'm doing one more auto scan on it. There it is, reading directly off of the computer. All the live data is like the fuel trim, the RPMs are right there. I'm at 700 RPMs, you can see right here. Vehicle speed sensor, timing, you've got all kinds of things that you can view in real time with this nice Topdon Art Diag 600 Pro. User info is just where you get all your information. You can also do firmware updates or system updates. We've already done all the updates. You saw that yesterday. That took a while for the cars to go ahead and get updated, but everything is current here now. And that is a look at the Topdon. It does a lot of cool stuff. Let's see what battery voltage does. All right, it shows you real time. The battery voltage is at 14 volts. That's cool. And under history, you can look at reports that you saved. You can replay old data. You can actually do screenshots as well if you need to. And you can screen record, which is pretty cool. All right, we are recording now on this device, and I'm gonna play back a little bit of the video that I record on this device if I can figure out how to get it off of here. This is recording right now, so if we go back into diagnostics and we go to VIN, all right, it's scanning now. Let's do auto scan. I'm gonna record the screen and see if I can get the file off of there to play back for you guys. And it is scanning now. It's at 30%. You can see at the bottom, 40%. It said no DTCs actually, but it is on. The light is confirmed on the dash. And it is at 70% now. Occupant detection, passenger door, driver door, and it said no TTCs on occupant detection. Passenger door, driver door now does not exist on that one. And if we do a report here, there is the report that you can get from this, and then you can save it and look at it later, and you can see the codes right there and what they mean. Pretty cool 600 Pro scanner. We just took this RD Diag 600 Pro directly out of the box, walked across the street to Rich's house, and installed it in his truck. We pulled all of his codes and checked out his entire truck with this cool little device, and it's very awesome, and I highly recommend this guy. Go ahead and pick one up from the link in the description. You probably won't be sad about it. It's got 34 reviews at 4.4 stars. That's actually really good. It's hard to get a 4.4 star review on Amazon. You guys know that. And now that we've done all that, there's only one thing left to do, and you guys know what that is. Let's throw it to Brad. I will show you how you can get your own RD Diag 600 Pro on Amazon. Go ahead and order it from the link in the description. Let's toss it over to Brad right now. Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to Supercar Street Racing. It's so nice to have you out in Studio A again with me, and thank you for 200,000 subscribers while I am thinking about it. Today we have a special product that was sent to us by Topdon. This is the Diag 600 Pro sent to us by Top Don. They asked if you guys might want to see this, and I said yes, I thought you did. So we went ahead and got this thing, and it's pretty cool. It is a diagnostic tool for OBD2. You plug it into your OBD2 port right underneath your dash there. It does pull codes from your car, shows you all your fault codes, and then allows you to reset them and also Google them so you know exactly what's wrong with your vehicle. And you saw today, we looked at Rich's truck, and he did have one fault code. I gave him that fault code so he could go to his mechanic, and then he could not get ripped off by them because they won't know what he knows. And that's why you guys should have your own Diag 600 Pro. Now this thing does have 4.5 star reviews. It's got 36 reviews sitting so fresh right here on Amazon. It is $208 right now. It's 20% off. So now's a really good time to go ahead and order your Diag 600 Pro. It also allows you to do screen recordings and screenshots, so if you want to play that back later like I did, you saw how I did that when I put it into the edit session here while I was talking over the actual diagnostic on Rich's truck. It says it comes with 2 years of free updates, so you can look forward to that, not having to subscribe. You're going to get 2 years from these guys of nice updates. It also does 9 different service resets, a bunch of different maintenance items as well. So you can do things like reset your oil light and like your battery. When you get a new battery, this thing can help you learn your battery type for the car if your car supports it, and the tool does too. It also does live data monitoring. You can actually watch the car's data in real time on the screen so you can get indicators of what your vehicle is doing. This thing can identify your ECU automatically and know what kind of car you drive. This thing does 90 plus vehicles in 12 different languages, so you can be assured that you're probably covered when you have this thing. So go ahead and check out the Diag 600 Pro. I might have called it Diag a couple of times in the actual video. Sorry about that. It's Diag 600 Pro by Top Don. There will be a link in the description. Pick yours up and help out Supercar Street Racing. It really does help us a lot. We just need a few dollars here and there to keep the channel going. Here's a look at the channel metrics right here. We have 201,255 subscribers, and we couldn't do it without your help. Thank you so much for supporting Supercar Street Racing. Everything you do matters. Please like, please subscribe, and please buy all of your Amazon products through any of the links in the video description of any of my videos. You can click any other link and buy something, and it helps me out greatly, and I do appreciate it. Thanks for the like and subscribe, and I got to get out of here. It's about to storm out here. It is thundering and lightning. Let's go.
Oh my god. That is hilarious. Mama, why are you massaging the TV? What is wrong with you? You got issues.
Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Supercar Street Racing here, and today we are going to refurbish some old Malibu lights. So what we have here is some metallic copper base spray paint for the tops, which will go here, and we have some brown and actually this is called Satin Espresso, and this one is called Satin Dark Walnut. One's for the front yard, one's for the backyard, but this is my idea. So I've already replaced the LED lights in these with much more powerful lights inside these guys. So those guys have already been pretty much brightened up quite a bit. This one's got a few little issues, like it's separating from the base, but I wanted to start with this one because I need a template to cut some cardboard out to make an easy mask so that I can paint the top one color and then paint the bottom another color and not get paint all over both of them. So I got this Amazon box I'm going to use for my template. And what I'm going to do here is attempt, and there's wires in the way, to draw as close to this as I can without drawing on it. There's some flies out here that are going to drive me insane. And so I'm just tracing out a template. Now what I'm going to do basically is cut a little bit wider because we have this big lid. And then I'm going to slide it. I'm going to cut a slit in the side so we can fit around this without having to pull the light out of the ground. And then it'll just slide right up. And then I'll make another one. Well, I probably don't need another one because that'll mask off. And I'll need another one for the glass part, so we'll do that second. That'll be easier. So let's go ahead and cut this guy out here. So I'm thinking, let me think about this. So we actually need the big part. So we want to cut out the middle part. Yep. Actually, there's about to be some dead flies out here that drive me insane. Oh yeah. A little bit bigger. The goal here is that it fits and stays without tape or anything else. And all it has to do is keep the glass from getting paint. So it shouldn't be that hard. Of course, now this thing doesn't want to cut. A little bit of error right there cutting. This thing is not doing well. And there we go. And so I think now we cut here and here. We will have our first template. This part doesn't have to be exact. We're just going for like protection for the glass. And that's that. Now my idea is, rather than take the light out of the ground and do it like that, my idea is to cut a slit so it will slide right on. So let's do that. Here. Now we take this guy, so the ones that are already in the ground, and we just go like that. Hold it up, get spray paint all over our arms, and paint the top. And then we need to make a second template for the bottom for the stake. This guy's really got some problems. I might have to epoxy that dude back. But for the stake, it's pretty simple. We just need something to fit right around there. So take out the bottom thing, grab our Healy, pop a hole right in the center. Close enough to put this. Oh, the wire's not going to fit through. Well, it's going to have to. I think we can just do it like this, honestly. Just to make the template. Yeah. Okay, it's just got to be a little bit bigger. There we go. That's perfect. Now we got to cut out our second template. The flies are absolutely killing me out here. I don't know why we have flies. There's like zero food out here except me. We got this thing. I'm about to blow up on a fly. My neighbor got one of those fly salt gun things. He loves it. Okay, so we got the hole cut. Now all we gotta do is slice it like this. Now we have our second template. So what that does is it goes right here, and we come up underneath and spray this guy here, and that's how we protect both parts when we're going to refurbish this light. Of course, we're going to get spray paint all over our hands, so we're going to put on some gloves. Yeah, that just slides on like that. That slides on like that. And we're going to test it on the spare light first. Alright, I'm kind of far away from the light because I don't want spray paint on my phone. But as you can see, we got the copper. This thing is kind of leaning, it needs to be repaired. This light is separating from the bottom. It needs to be like epoxied or something. So first thing we'll do the lid, the roof. I already tore the plastic. And of course that's not going to stay on the phone. If we're really good, we can get it in one coat. Oh, it's already running. It runs. Oh, I know what I need. I forgot to clean it. So yeah, I didn't clean the top of the light. I think that's why it's running. No big deal. Oh, there goes my template. Got a little bit of runs on one side, but no big deal. You won't see all four sides. The top is basically done with copper. Here, this light is like just about to fall. So we take our template, mask, hopefully we don't knock the light down doing it. stays pretty good.
Almost had a disaster. Yeah, so this isn't working out very well on this box, on this trash can. So we got a few issues here. Good enough. So we can take the side that has the least amount of issues and face it away. And it does not want to stay there.
Guys, our first stop on the refurb train is a pretty easy one, except the house is kind of in the way. So what we're going to do is put this up against the house in the spring. It doesn't need the bottom redone. The bottom is in good shape. So all we are going to do is the top. Should be easy. We don't have to worry about the plants because these are all getting torn up to get concrete. So we are going to just clear that part out and not break the house. Like that. Yeah, that's sketchy. And let's let the wind die down. Breakings everywhere. Oh, man.
All these plants are coming out. We're just concerned about what we can see. The side we can't see with this one. It.
And that one is done. That was the easiest one in the world. How good that looks, guys. This is actually a really good one to show. I feel like we should do the base first. I'm not sure. I don't remember what we did last time. Base. Take this off. Once you mess everything up. I'm gonna try to do that. Glass is covered. It's going like crazy. Everything up. Good. And of course the wind blade. Okay. And that's the only side you can see. So that part is done. The base is done. Now we have the glass. For it. It's not ideal. It works.
Yeah. Not ideal, but the other one was peeling, so better than what we had. This guy we can get away with a touch-up on the base, and then doing the top. So by the way, these are going to match my porch lamp. That was the plan. That's perfect. Bottom is already done. Just needed a slight little touch-up there. And the top, this is what the top secret. Dry. Should be money. Looks good. Oh, that looks so good. If I come straight down on these, I can do a second coat. This guy is kind of hard to tell, but his whole bottom is not done because he was in the bushes. So he needs everything. So I think this time I'm going to try the bottom first. I don't know why, it all sucks. This one, I think, yeah, the steak is broken on this side as well. So I ordered some more steak. Ordered some replacement steak, but so then we got broken steak to do it. That's really accurate. Kind of just spray them. They don't. I mean, it's kind of an accurate. You go from the top, you won't get the glass. We'll try it without the second. Alright, well, you don't get the edge, but that works great. I think that's good, guys. Came out awesome. Dang, these things look so good. It's just, they just make them pop. This one is not bad. Just a little touch up on the base. Perfect. I shoot straight down on it. Don't get my glass. Oh, that's so good. I'm so stoked. That one's dented, but so what? So this one doesn't have any paint on the base in the back. I'm gonna go ahead and get a little bit on there. What I love about this is you can take the mulch and just cover it up after. Oh, we got a little bit on the glass. I think you'll see it on the back side. Let's face it, these lights are probably 10 years old. They've been refurbished twice. Honestly, I'll probably go back and put a second coat on all these. It looks awesome. Okay, guys. Time to clean up this guy. Need some loving.
that new window peel sat is so good in your life and you love the new window peel sat. That peel sat feels so good on the new window when you peel it, and you get the satisfaction on the new window peel with the satisfaction and the
Supercar street racing. I was so excited to show you guys these carbon fiber seat rails, and then this happened. All right, ready to go.
Go, Bakery. Go, Bakery. Go, Bakery. Go, Bakery.
Is this your are you a cheerleader?
Why wouldn't I?
Are you trying to be a cheerleader?
Well, I am a cheerleader.
Oh, you are one. You're not trying to be one.
For you. To the gritty. Back.
Okay, guys, it is the next day, and they have shipped me out a brand new set of seat rail covers, and here they are, right out of the box, looking much better than the last set. And actually, the last set also had a defect on the small rail, very small, but you could still see it. So basically, in order to install these, you have some 3M double-sided tape there. So what we will want to do is prep the seat rails first with some brake clean, and then peel off these and push them on the cart. So let's go do that now. Let's go prep the seat rails for the carbon fiber seat rail cover install. All right, here is the first rail. We got our brake cleaner right here. Put it on a rag. And just wiping off whatever possible dressing or anything else that could be on there. That's simple. Now we have our carbon fiber seat rail covers here. And this one goes on like this. Just like that. It kind of clicks on, so let's get the 3M tape off if we can. Kind of difficult. Boy, that's really tough to get. That is really hard. That's what she said. It's so difficult these days. Okay, I'm going to use some needle nose pliers here because I can't reach in there. I can't even use needle nose pliers. Oh, and the lights went. Okay, guys, this thing is being there we go. I'm not gonna peel it all the way off. But it is hard to get off. I mean, like, really hard. I have a little bit of fingernails. Doesn't help that these are trashed. This is absolutely ridiculous. One more. Why don't they have the ones that split down the middle? Alright, that one was a little easier. Alright, now we've got the sticky tape off, finally. Oh man, that sucked. So we are just going to pop this on there and push it. And hold it. Keep some pressure on it for a minute. So it does not cover all the way over the seat rail. And it is all the way on. It does not cover the whole rail. And it's pushed all the way on. Huh. This side is a little bit gnarled up too. So yeah, so that's what it looks like installed. It does not cover the whole plastic. So if you're expecting it to, too bad. It's not wide enough to cover the seat. All right, round two of trying to peel off sticky tape. Oh man, this stuff is gonna drive me insane. You guys see how hard this is to get off? It is literally kicking my butt. Okay, I got one edge up out of 3. Please somebody tell me I'm doing this wrong. Alright, I got 2 out of 3 edges. Oh, that one was forgiving to me. Okay, here goes the other one. Again, it doesn't cover the whole seat rail. So you can see right here on the inside, it does not cover the whole rail, which is kind of disappointing. But they are there. So yeah, overall, they're okay, but that, you see that? It doesn't cover most of the rail. Does on top, but not on bottom. All they had to do was make that a little bit wider. Hey guys, welcome back, and I wanted to just go over with you guys my Amazon shopping cart here for the upcoming audio install on the cart. And starting at the top of the list here in the shopping cart, we have the Invertec 500 watt power inverter. Now what this is going to do is going to allow me to actually hardwire a AC from DC to AC converter into the cart, and then have outlets available to plug in standard 110 volt items. And what I'll end up doing is probably mounting a actual house receptacle, like ones in the walls, on the actual cart, and run the power from these plugs here. So that is part of the list. Next up on the list, we have polyfill. Now this is actually for the inside of the speaker enclosure, and this dampens the speaker enclosure, and it's also going to go in the dash behind the 6.5-inch component speakers. Next we have some Velcro here for holding various things on, like the Bluetooth adapter I'm going to be using to feed the amplifier, and I will show you that Bluetooth adapter separately. I already own it, so it's not in my shopping cart at this point. Probably don't need this anymore because the inverter has a USB outlet on it, but this was going to be to power the Bluetooth adapter for receiving Bluetooth audio from the tablet in the cart. So what this is for is these two RCA splitters connect to the output of the, I'll just go ahead and show you the Bluetooth adapter. So Bluetooth adapter, and it's actually this one. Now if you notice here, it's got RCA outputs. We're feeding both a front channel full range, and we're going to feed a subwoofer input as well. So we're going to come off of this Bluetooth adapter with these Y adapters here and feed the inputs to the amplifier, one set to the front channel, one set to the subwoofer channels. Here we have some a crimping tool with some heat shrink connectors. I will need plenty of those for the power connections to 12 volts. Now these are terminal blocks for distributing power. Once we go from 48 volts, which the golf cart batteries produce, and we drop that down to 12 volts for all of our equipment in the cart, we will want a place to connect power and ground, and that's what all of these are for. This will connect to the output of the 12 volt down converter, so to speak. Voltage reducer is what it's actually called. Now we have our front speakers. These are the Infinity Reference 6530CX, and they look like this. These will go in the front on the dash, in the speaker pods on the dash, and they have little tweeters here that I'm going to attempt to flush mount if I can find someplace big enough to put them. If not, they will surface mount somewhere. Let's hope. I haven't taken a good look at the dash, but we should have enough area available. Now we have our box. So this box is actually going to fit in the back of the golf cart between, so where people sit in the back and hang their feet down, there's a spot there for just storage, and this seems to fit perfectly. It will just hang over a couple of inches, but that's okay. It's not going to get in the way of anything. It'll hang over towards the back of the cart, but it won't get in people's way. It's going to hold a single 12-inch woofer, and we will stuff that with polyfill that I showed you earlier. Here we have our woofer. This is the Scar Audio, and this is a dual 4 ohm voice coil woofer, so meaning it has two voice coils. You can see one voice coil there, one voice coil there. Those are 4 ohms. When you parallel these two voice coils, you get a 2 ohm load on the amplifier, and that is what we want. We have a mono channel on the amplifier, so we're going to load it with 2 ohms, which it is safe at 2 ohms. Here is our voltage reducer. This is going to take our 48 volts from the golf cart batteries, and it is going to produce 12 volts And the only bad thing about these are they are not switched. So I am using a master on-off switch, which is in the list somewhere. Here is a good collection of wire connectors for connecting to the battery. So they have the copper connectors and they have the heat shrink tubing to go over them, and then you crimp the end on or solder it in. I don't have a torch to be soldering, so I will most likely crimp and then heat shrink the ends on. Here's our battery disconnect switch. I'm going to use this from the output of the 48 volt to 12 volt reducer. I'm going to be able to switch off our 12 volt accessories with this one switch. So this will actually go before the 12 volt reducer, and we'll switch off 48 volts into the 48 volt to 12 volt reducer. Then out of the reducer we'll feed our terminals here. This is just cable loom, so this will dress up all the cabling and make it look really nice. So we have two sets of those here, one 1 inch wide and one 1/2 inch wide. I'm not sure if that will work, but that is what we have now. So that's a look at what is being ordered tomorrow, and then we will start on the audio part of the golf cart. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope to see you next time. And if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe to Supercar Street Racing.
Hello, puppy. Hello, puppy. How you doing, puppy? Hello, girl. Hello, puppy. Good girl. Good girl. You too, dude. How are you guys doing?
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are across the street over at Rich and Trisha's house, and we got Cooper right there, we got Miley right there, and we got Bubba right there. And today we're looking at updating Rich's security system. We have almost everything we need right here on the table to do that. We've got brand new Wise cams. They need power, and there's already Ethernet out there. So we have this 8-port PoE switch as well. Some PoE adapters, but we're waiting on a couple of more, and a wireless end repeater if we actually did need that. So today, hang out with us while we get this unboxed and test this PoE adapter and this switch on Supercar Street Racing. We are back on Supercar Street Racing across the street over at Rich and Trisha's house today. So happy to have you with us. Please like and subscribe while you are here. But today we definitely have a mission in front of us. We have everything we need to go ahead and convert Rich over to a modern security system. And in the process, we're going to be removing the old DVR that sits here. That is pretty loud and noisy. It is right there. The Lorex is going to be going goodbye in place of a modern security system. Now, one thing that I did forget that we have to get ordered is SD cards for these guys so that we can do playback. So I'm gonna let Rich order those, and meanwhile, we're gonna set up this 8-port switch and see if we can get these Wise cams joined to his app. All that we're gonna do right now, so hang out with us. All right, we're back here in front of everything with Rich is hanging out watching this stuff. So let me explain kind of to you what we have here. We have some Wisecam V4s. These are the new Wisecams. They do, I think, 2.5K, I believe it is. But they use regular power from the wall. Rich already has a security system wired up that has power over Ethernet, but we're gonna replace that, our own switch here that has power over Ethernet. So all we should have to do is power on this switch. So I just applied power to this new PoE switch, and I do see a red power light glowing in the front. And now we have our PoE adapters here. These take regular Ethernet with PoE on it, and they convert it to USB for the Wisecam. So the Wisecam has a certain type of USB connection. It's not USB Type-C. I forgot the name of the connection. But this adapter here, there'll be a link in the description, will adapt that. It in turn plugs into Ethernet here. I brought a cable, and that Ethernet will run to our new PoE switch, which will sit where the old security system sits, the Lorex, or we move it anywhere we want. We just need to be able to plug in all the Ethernet cables to it, and it'll eliminate the DVR because we will be recording onto the actual cameras with SD cards, and that has been ordered. So we don't have SD cards yet, but we have the cameras. Now, the first step to testing this was powering up the PoE switch. It is on. And if we look at the front of the switch here, this guy has 8 ports, and then it's got 2 uplink ports. So these uplink ports would be used to connect this guy to a second switch. If you ever expanded, you would just link your second switch with these 2, but you have 8 available PoE ports. So all we have to do is plug our yellow cable. This is just a test cable that I brought over. We can plug that into any of these PoE ports there. And then on this side, when we take this and apply this to our PoE adapter here, Rich, can you plug that in for me? Yeah. When we apply this to our PoE adapter, we should see the Wisecam start powering up. Okay, we do have a link, and we have power. We have power on the front of our cam, and that means that this guy is now booting up. It has a red light on the front. That worked. That's exactly what our plan was. So now if everything goes correctly, we should be able to go ahead and join. This guy's ready to connect, so we should be able to join it to
Do I need my Wise app?
Rich's app. Yes, you do need it. So we also want to figure out what we're going to call this camera. All right, guys, we're back here in front of Rich's table here. We have everything we need to go ahead and install the new security cameras. But one of the things we talked about is, and it's actually ready to connect now, is we wanted to see if we could label everything first so that when we get outside, we know which cameras we put in the app. So I went ahead and got my brother label maker here, and I'm gonna go ahead and remove this from power so it will stop talking to us. But basically, the first thing I need to know is what Rich wants to call this first camera, where that's gonna go. What are we gonna do with this one, Rich? Tree, and when we put it in the app, we can name it whatever we want and make one copy. That's all we really need is something to see what we are doing here, so when we get this outside, it matches up to what we put in the app. So
Roger that.
Go ahead and label this tree on the top. Now we know that one, so now we can go ahead and unbox all the rest of the cameras and get those labeled. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these unboxed now. I'm gonna be configuring today. Garage.
Because I will have an inside garage also.
Okay.
So we can just call that one out garage or garage out, whatever simple for you.
How about, yeah. Okay, we're right in front of the Wise app now, and the first thing we have to do is apply power again to this guy. Rich, can you go ahead and power up our camera again? I unplugged it because it was chirping about being ready to set up. Cool, it's in.
Green light?
Yep. Now we're waiting for it to boot up. All right, so ready to connect. So you hit plus on the app now, Rich. Yep, and you hit device, then you hit camera, and then you find the camera. It's a Wisecam V4, very top. And you check mark where at the bottom where it says I heard ready to connect. Click allow. Yep, that's Bluetooth. All right, so it should find your device now. It's using Bluetooth, which is, the old cameras didn't use Bluetooth to find the device, so it was way harder to connect. So now you need to select your Wi-Fi network. I'm gonna turn away from that in case the password, okay, the password's there already. Click connect.
Okay.
And it also connected already to your, I'll go ahead and name it. So Rich is naming the camera now, Tree. And there we are, so we are
Okay.
officially on camera. The camera is connected.
Awesome.
And we're gonna go ahead and duplicate that now for all the rest of the
5
cameras.
more times.
We're gonna do that 5 more times. All right, let's do it.
Good deal. All right.
Okay, Rich is working on one extra camera that I donated to the cause here, and it is done. But the next step of the process is we have to get rid of the Lorex, right? So we have to get the Lorex out of here and get it unplugged. It is sitting on top of a Blu-ray player that they've never used. And so we probably should just get that out of there too if you're not using it.
I haven't used it in 10 years.
Yeah, let's get that out of there too. That's just cluttering up everything. So we'll get the Blu-ray player out, we'll get the Lorex out and all the Ethernet cables disconnected. And that is our next step. Okay, so we did decide since Blu-ray was invented in the Stone Age, we would get rid of that. Sorry if you guys actually still have Blu-rays out there, but we got the Comcast box disconnected as well because we're gonna clean in here. Don't pay no attention to all this dog hair. And we're gonna remove this Lorex DVR here momentarily. But first I'm gonna let Rich clean up this inside of that area right there. All right, we got the Blu-ray player out of here. We got the Xfinity box reconnected, so we know that's all working. We got all of our cables here for our camera cables actually right here, but unfortunately they're really short, so we can't make the switch face forward. I'm gonna connect this switch facing backwards with all the wires plugged into the front real quick. Okay, I did finish getting the switch all connected up. I faced it backwards. All the cables for Ethernet run directly out the back. And then back here in the back, all we have to do is just press down on these cables and tie them up to get them dressed up. But we got rid of that Lorex DVR, which was so noisy and loud, and we replaced it with a newer, more efficient system. All we have to do next is go ahead and get one of these cameras tested out. Let's go ahead and get this camera up here plugged in and make sure that it works. Here's our camera. We already have the PoE adapter on it. We're gonna put that up there on the shelf now and just make sure that it is working correctly.
Tilt it toward the kitchen just to smidge it.
So pan it that way?
Yeah.
What do you think? All right, later, if you want to adjust it, you know how to do it.
Sweet.
All right, so we just got the first camera installed. So Rich, it's kind of flimsy because it's just that little piece of wood and it wants to flip forward. So we either need to put a little screw in it or maybe something heavier on the back of the little pedestal. But for right now, we got our picture going on that one. That's our first camera. We're gonna go ahead and install, we only have one more adapter, right? So we can only do one more. What's the next one you wanna do that's low-hanging fruit that we can get done easy? One by the fireplace?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we can do that. All right, let's do it.
Let's do it.
This is a perfect opportunity to talk to you guys about our sponsor for today. Our sponsor is BN Link. They were so kind to reach out to Supercar Street Racing to see if we'd be interested in showing you guys their new 6-outlet surge protected power strip. I do have 3 of these. I will be giving 2 of these away and giving one to my neighbor for his project that we were doing across the street that you guys just saw. He needs a power strip behind the TV. So these BN Link power strips are surge protected. They are 6 outlets. They do also have the child protective thing there where they can spin around. They have a 4-foot power cable. So this comes in a 1-pack, and you can see here the packaging is just a nice white packaging. So let's go ahead and take a look at these guys over on Amazon. And right here on Amazon, you guys can see the BN Link 6-outlet power strip, and it is a surge protector also, and it can handle 600 joules. And it is right now 23% off. It might change by the time this video is published, but you get 6 outlets for $9.99, or if you want this 2-outlet with USB A and C, it will cost you a mere $13.99. As you can see here, it has a 4-foot power cord, and it has 600 joules of surge protection, and it does have a wall mount design. If you look on the back, and you can see right there that it is wall mountable. It's got a space saving design, and when you do plug this guy into a regular outlet, you see how it goes back on a 90-degree angle. That is pretty cool. There's a good look at the back, and you can see the type of screw mounts there, so you can put this on a table or on the wall or whatever you need. So there will be a link down in the description to the BN Link 6-outlet power strip. Go ahead and click that link and get one for yourself. And we want to thank you guys for supporting Supercar Street Racing by buying through our affiliate links and buying from our official sponsors. Now let's get back to the video. So we have one camera out here in this little thing right here. So we need to see how we're gonna replace it with this new Wise Cam. Oh, it's screwed down in there too. Okay, let's see what's holding this thing in. All right, I found the end of the cable. This is gonna take a little bit of work. This thing is kind of built into this little enclosure right here, but we do have a link light and our camera is booting up. All right, we were able to go ahead and set up the other camera outside. It still needs some work. It's gonna be raised up. Rich is gonna work on that, getting it into this little house and then tying up the wires real nice and then wrapping some electrical tape around the connector where the Cat 5 goes to the camera. But it is on, it is working. So that was successful. That camera was previously completely broken. So tomorrow when we get everything else, we will go ahead and finish this job. All right, guys, we just got back from across the street helping Rich out, and we are currently editing this video, but I wanted to give you guys a little outro here. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. We're doing so great now. We have a lot of subscribers, I think 62,000 at last count, but we're gonna get this video knocked out and we're gonna go help Rich with the rest tomorrow. But all that is left is actually mounting the cameras on the house. No big deal. We take off the old camera, we screw the new camera in and plug it in. Super simple. And then that whole project will be done. But I wanna encourage you guys to check the link in the description. There will be a link to the PoE switch that powers all these Wise Cam, a link to the PoE adapter if you already have Ethernet cable run, and also a link to the sponsor BN Link. Thank you again, BN Link, for all the wonderful things you sent us. And guys, thank you for your support. We could not do this on Supercar Street Racing if it wasn't for you guys and liking and subscribing and buying products through our official product links. So go into the product links, buy anything you want from any of our links. It doesn't have to be the actual product and we still get just a little bit of money to help out the channel. Guys, that's got to do it for today. We are going to happy hour, me and Rich. So I got to get out of here, guys. I can't stay here anymore. I just have to go. I've got to get out of here. I got to leave. Bye, guys. I got to go. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It is a beautiful but chilly day in Florida and we can see the alligators out there chilling out in the pond right there. And today our main focus is this room over here. Guys, we are over here on the side and the neighbor's dog is barking at me like crazy, but I am opening up this area for you. You can hear the dog going crazy. And here we are in the new shed to talk about plans for this room. Hey guys, welcome back to Supercar Street Racing. I hope you're having a great day today, and I'm so happy that you joined me to take a look at what we're going to do out in the shed, which is now becoming my studio. We have run out of places to record here. I need a bigger space with lighting and microphones and everything, and I cannot do that in my current master bedroom, which you are seeing right behind me here. Now, taking a look on the screen here, just pretend that this window isn't here. I found this rectangle PNG online, but picture inside the shed, this would be where the large door is, and when you walk through the front door, which would be right here, this would be the back wall up against the house. So basically right here we have the house wall, and I don't know why it did that. Struggling. Okay, so this one we want to transform this to make it bigger. So let's just put that right there. It just kind of shows us what we're dealing with here. This would be the wall that you look at when you walk into the shed. And we have options here for this wall or this other wall, which you can't see in this picture here. But my thoughts are this. Get to my clip art page. So I'm thinking this. So I know this isn't going to be correctly perspective because they're actually not facing the correct way. But imagine if this TV was facing this way instead of being, I might be able to skew it that way. Let's see. Not sure if I can make this actually look right. That's kind of fine. Yeah, that's perfect. So imagine this TV facing forward. Let's duplicate that. And drag. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. What did I do? Okay. That's not working. Keeps going back to the other. Won't let me drag the television. So let's just delete that layer. Try it again. It is not letting me drag that. There it goes, finally. It was acting really dumb. It was always going back to the other one. Let's see, it keeps doing it now. Ah, the stupid thing. Alright, fine. Won't let me drag that one no matter what I do. Okay, so after that frustrating, you can see where we have the two TVs. They'll actually be spaced out more than that. They're actually smaller. Let's see, transform, scale. This is just a rough estimation. And we'll do the same thing here. Edit, transform, and scale. It's going to be more like that on the wall, even though they are 50-inch TVs. And then I'm thinking like Govee lights in the center here. Like, I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. Govee lights, LED. I'm thinking like some of these panels. Like one right in the center. Let me save that. See if there's any way I can put that on the wall here, but I'm thinking right in the middle there would look cool. Like right in here. Somewhere in there on the wall. Of course, you can't tell by perspective what it's going to look like, but something like that, and then both of the TVs with the Govee immersive lighting here. So that looks like this. If I can get my... Alright, so the Govee TV lighting right here. Behind both TVs with the little camera, and basically like I have in the bedroom, and it will basically follow the pattern on the TV. So one of those for each television. So those would be behind there. So we would have, I cannot do anything here. It will not let me. Govee TV light. And edit, transform, scale. And duplicate that if it'll not freak out. and let me actually move it. Okay, cool. So that's the one wall there as you walk in and you're looking straight ahead, and I would have a desk right here, apparently, if I could find one here. Let's look for one. Desk PNG. This might work because it's kind of perspective. Let's see. Okay, wrong place. Clip art. All right, so here's our desk. Let's take a look at that in clip art. Desk. Found it. We'll have to flip this around. So edit, transform, rotate 180. Nope, that's not it. Undo. Edit, transform, rotate clockwise. No. Flip. Edit, transform, flip horizontal. Yep. All right. Again, not going to be perfect, but I'm thinking desk here and desk here, and that would make up that part of the room. And then we could actually shoot on this part of the room. Let's save this. So let's do projects, and let's make a new folder here for it. New studio. And we'll go in here, and I didn't even save it in the right place. File, save as. Oh yeah, I did. Okay. All right, so that's actually the first wall. So remember, this is the big door right here. I don't know if I can draw it. Let's see. How do I draw? Oh, well, you guys get the picture. Picture the big door here. And let's do file new. Get our room in here again. And this time we are going to switch it around. So let's pretend like this is the door. So let me see if I have a door PNG file. I don't have one. Let's grab one real quick. Perfect. If we can actually get this one without signing up. I don't think we can, but let's try it. Free download. Nope. These guys want you to subscribe, and I am not putting my name in there. Just need a regular door, no big deal. Let's see. Perfect. Download. Did it not download? It's tricky, man, finding out the right. There it goes. You never know which one is the right button to actually download. Alright, so there's our door. And it would be on this wall here. And let's see if we can skew it. Just like that. Perfect. So there's our door entering into the shed, our small door. Forget these windows, they are not there. Let's do this. Let's layer merge visible. Let's take a little section here. Actually, we can do a section here. Copy. And paste. and move it. Layer, and then let's edit paste again. Paste, and move it. Wait, what happened? Edit, paste, move it. Dude, Photoshop is being dumb right now. Promise it's not me. All right, so let's merge that down. Now we don't have our windows. Pretty cool, huh? All right, so I'm thinking on this wall, maybe is where we actually do shoots. So we would have a TV here. With Govee lighting behind it. Just got to make it kind of the same shape as the, or the skew as the wall. All right, so my recording got cut off right in the middle of designing, but here is the finished product here of that wall. And then, of course, this wall where the door is will not have anything on it except just be drywalled and maybe some lighting, like some regular lighting. I'm not sure yet. Maybe some wall sconces since I have the ability to do power before I do anything else. But yeah, now let's go back out into the shed and take a look at what's going on in there. All right, guys, we are out here in the new room built on the side of the house, which originally was going to be a shed, but I have decided to make this into my office and our new studio. And I do have a plan for this, guys, and that is that we are going to insulate, drywall, and then make this into a actual room. So our plan is right here. There's a 2x4 up there running the top. We will put another one at the bottom and then run studs up and down so that there is something for the drywall to attach to. You have to have that. Not sure what we're gonna do here about this outlet. Hopefully we can just leave it where it is and maybe even run another run down here so we have power all the way down this wall. We will also be putting in either 2 or 3 50-inch TVs in here, and that will be for work and for the channel to make some video stuff out here, and then we will light this very well and remove this hose and cap that off, most likely, since we don't need it anymore. That is the current plan. Now, so what we're gonna do here is we will be drywalling everything. Hopefully we don't have issues with water coming in anymore. I did have problems, but I got gutters installed. You guys have not seen that, but I did get gutters right here, and they drop right here. And that pulls the water away from the shed where it was leaking in here, because the guy who built my shed, I told him not to, but he built it directly on the ground. Now, this door needs weather stripping around it, all the way around it, so that it is sealed up completely. I don't know how exactly I'm gonna do that yet. I really wish the door wasn't here now. The original plan was to park the golf cart in here. That is no longer the plan. It will stay in the garage. But yeah, so something to the effect of 50-inch televisions on this wall, maybe 2 here, like 1 here and 1 here. And then maybe over here is where we actually shoot. So we would have a desk here in the corner and we would shoot right up against that wall. And maybe we have a smaller television right there, like a 40-inch or something for the studio, and then lights up here. Even these lights are awesome in here, but we need more for shooting. So that is the current plan. We will go take a look at the design, and I really hope that we can get the foam insulation in here, but I don't know what that would cost. Probably a good amount, maybe $1,000 is what I'm thinking, maybe less. It's about 150 square feet room. And that's it so far. Now we just got to kind of figure out how we're going to do it and all the wiring and everything we're going to need. We do probably want to get Cat 5 in here, or Cat 6, and run up, and we can't go into the house up there because we're up against the gutters. So what we'll have to do is put a conduit right there on the corner, and then just right up into the soffits over there and pull all the wiring through. Gonna suck because it's hard to get to, but that's just kind of what it is. Kind of want a big Supercar Street Racing logo out here. I don't know how I'm gonna do that, but I'm still looking into it. Fortunately, I did all the power ahead of time except for just this wall. I will have to run power on this wall on the outside, and then up to the televisions. And also we will have lights on the wall, so those will need power as well, so I'll be running those outlets as well. Still got to look into what kind of lighting I want to do. I do like those hexagon lights for the roof, like those hexagon light pattern lights would look awesome on the ceiling, although we don't have a very tall ceiling in here. And actually over here I can almost touch it, but it gets higher over here, which I like. But I'm thinking a desk here to work, like regular work desk for work stuff, and then that corner for shooting, or opposite, work desk over here and shooting over here in this corner, or on this wall would also be amazing for shooting, and we could put 150-inch TV right there. But that's the plan so far, guys. Thanks for watching the channel, guys. Stay tuned for more as we build the studio. There is a hawk, or an owl. I think that's a hawk in my pool. That is pretty crazy. He's like, dude, you know, Supercar Street Racing here. We're gonna do another how-to video today. What we're gonna do today is show you how to clean first, and then shine your engine bay. So I noticed last time I took a look at the Accord engine bay, it had some dirt in there. So today, we're gonna look at the steps to get your engine bay looking nice and brand new. Now, the first thing you want to do is go buy these two products. So this is Gunk Foamy Engine Cleaner, and this is Gunk Engine Protection Shine. Now, these people used to offer this together, but they got smart and figured out, oh, let's separate them and charge twice as much. So, looking at the instructions on here, this thing says the engine needs to be cool. So make sure the engine's cool before. Then you just spray it on there. You let it soak 10 to 15 minutes. The old stuff that you had, you started the engine once you put it on there, but this has to be applied to a dry engine, and just read the directions very well. Wait 10 to 15 minutes and then rinse it off. Then the next step is going to be to apply the shine. So right here we got my Honda Accord EXL. I bought it, believe it or not, about 6 months ago with 13,000 miles on it. Is almost like a brand new car inside and out. Now has 21,000 miles on it. I am thinking about selling it. Pop the hood here so you can take a look. It's a very clean vehicle, both inside and out. 13,000 miles for a almost 7-year-old car is unbelievable. Go ahead and pop the hood up here so I can show you this. So it already is in pretty good shape. The engine bay is pretty clean, but there's a lot of dirt and like sand and stuff in there. So it does have to be cool. It is cool. A little warm, but it doesn't matter. It's just slightly warm. So this stuff here, you shake it well and you apply it generously all over the dirty surfaces. You let it sit for 10 to 15 minutes. And if you have a brush and you have really bad areas, you can brush that off. And then you rinse all the areas starting at the top all the way to the bottom. If you're concerned about electrical components, cover them. I never do, and I've never had any issues, but some vehicles could be sensitive to that. I'm not going to do any of this stuff here, just the actual engine bay. So I've got the stuff ready to go here. We'll go ahead and start spraying it. It looks like it's getting pretty much everywhere, so be ready to wash your car after you're done with this, or have some detail spray handy. Yeah, it's going everywhere. I guess that's good though. Get in all the corners and cracks. Back on the firewall too. See how I'm getting everything really good, including the areas that you can't see. A lot of the dirt will tend to build up on the intake manifold and things like that. Get the firewall and the wheel well's good. You can see already this stuff is starting to take the dirt off in some areas. Get those areas down there that you can't see. Don't forget that. All inside there. Down next to the transmission. Over here. Another thing that helps is to go from every angle. Gets areas that you can't get from, the front. So walk around the back. Get all the places that you can't get from that angle. Probably take the car to be washed after this, honestly. So not going to worry too much about getting it on the exterior. I take the car just once a week to get it washed. And now from this side. See all the places I missed when I was spraying from the front because of the angles. So this helps you get everywhere. Don't forget the back of the engine too. Down there where you can't see. Back by the brake booster, master cylinder area. Up by the radiator area. I'm basically going to use the whole can on here. Can's almost empty. Clearly see the dirt coming off of a lot of the areas. Awesome. And that's that. So, use the entire can of Go Foamy Engine Cleaner on the engine, and now I'm going to let it sit for 15 minutes. Got a brush right here that I'm going to throw away or reuse just for car stuff after this. I'm going to hit these top areas here that are right in view that maybe this stuff won't be able to get off. You can see already that's making a huge difference. It can't get the big stuff off without your help. But look at that. See how that's getting all that off? Hit all the areas that you can with a brush if you really want it clean. Hit your wheel well areas, top of the wheel wells that is. Anything in sight here that you want really clean, go ahead and use a brush. I'm using a brush from the sink that I'm throwing away. Look at that. Also, if you have a really bad engine bay, you can do this twice. You can repeat the process. and that will get even more off. So keep doing that until you get everything in sight that you really want clean. Got the hose right here, which just so happens to be close to the car. I've got it set on jet. And I'm gonna go ahead and start spraying everything down. And it's supposed to start from the top to the bottom. You can see the dirt coming off of it. Working really well. Just be aware, the outside of the car is going to be dirty after this. You are going to have to wash it. Go ahead and get some more hose over here and clean it from all angles, just like when you sprayed it. Now, if there's any sensitive areas and you feel like you shouldn't spray them directly, by all means don't. But I've done this for 20 years and I've never had an issue. Some cars like the E36 BMWs are sensitive to water getting in the computer and the firewall. So those kind of cars you may want to take it easy on spraying directly. All right, so got it all rinsed. You can see how good that looks now. Very, very clean up here, especially where I scrubbed. Now we're gonna let this dry completely. I'm gonna go ahead and dry off the side of the car right here where it got wet, and then we'll be back. Got the engine nice and dry, mostly. Went in with a towel and dried the rest. Shaking up this gunk engine protector now. And it doesn't have a lot of detailed info, but it just says to basically spray it on. So never done this before. Let's see how it works. Awesome. Looks like it does leave it nice and polished. Spraying it all over everything here. Down in the hose areas. Looks awesome already. Supposedly cleans easier next time, and this protects everything. Pretty cool. Take a little rag to these areas where up front where I don't want to spray the actual car down. I don't want to get it on the paint. So these areas here, I'm just kind of wiping the stuff on. It's almost like Armor All when you water right here, but you can see like you can help it in some of these areas here where I just don't want to spray it directly on my paint. So in these areas I'm just wiping it in by hand. You see how it acts just like Armor All? So it's making all the rubber pieces nice and dark. All the hoses nice and dark. Really awesome looking already. See how that is shiny? Now there's no instructions after that part. Doesn't say whether you can start your engine now or whether you have to let it dry first. I'm gonna let it dry for a little bit before I start. But as you can see, I'm just kind of wiping it into the areas that it might have a problem spreading to. And some of the areas that are kind of hard to get to. So there you have it. Next time you clean your engine, it will be much easier because supposedly this stuff protects the engine from getting dirty. We will see how it acts over the long haul though. Time for the big reveal of how to ultra clean your engine. This has had time to dry and wow. Look at this. This looks like a brand new car. This is amazing. I've never used this stuff before, but it is really good. I highly recommend the gunk cleaning system, which is right here. So we've got the foamy engine cleaner and then the engine protect shine, and it came out like this. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I've got another one coming your way pretty soon as well. Supercar street racing. Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, and I have a little update for you guys. I have been working super hard on the studio today. I put in 12 hours and I have done quite a bit. On this side of the room, all of the foam board insulation is done, so half the room is finished as far as the insulation goes, and that is also the wall covering. And then the sound deadening tiles are up on this wall and partially up on the ceiling. Just wanted to see what it looked like on the ceiling, but one pack did. I could have done probably most of this wall. I would have been short like maybe 10 tiles, but I got done with that wall plus a little bit of the ceiling. I got the air conditioner put in. I was super scared to do this because I had to cut a hole, and yes, I like it low. It doesn't take up any of my wall space at all. I love it down there. I got the LG just like in my bedroom. It's the dual inverter with the ThinQ. So it's a smart AC. And I'll show you guys on the outside what I did. But basically this is rock board. So I used a circular saw and I cut out the hole for the AC, and on the other side I framed it in. I also framed it underneath there to hold up the AC, but on the outside I framed it all in, sealed it all up nice. Then I took the foam insulation board, ran it around the edges here and caulked everything in really nice, and then of course this whole thing will be covered by foam insulation board, which is going to be fun trying to cut that out correctly, but I'll end up having to frame that as well because the edge, it'll be framed with tiles. So the tiles are hit and miss. There's different colors, there's different shapes, and they're really hard to get correct, but I did end up getting it figured out. Excuse me, had the hiccups. So that is the update for today. Tomorrow, my plan is to continue this wall here. So I am going to attempt to cut this wall. Now I don't know if I'm going to attempt to do that top part as well at the same time, or just make a cut and another cut. It's easier just to cut twice, and now that I know my jigsaw can do it with a dull blade, that's how you cut these foam boards. You grind all the teeth off of a jigsaw blade and then you cut the foam tiles with that. I do have some challenges tomorrow though. I'm gonna have to watch out for a wall box I gotta put in there. I gotta make sure that I have things noted because I have to cut holes later. I've got that Ethernet and HDMI to worry about, that plug, and this double wall box. So I've never done a double wall box that's already recessed, and I'll of course have to bring out the switches with an extension, with those little extension things. I will have to worry about my Echo Show 15, which is going right there. I got to do that tomorrow. My goal tomorrow is to get at least this wall and this wall done. I can't do the ceiling until this wall is done because the ceiling is booted up against it right there. So yeah, that is my plan for tomorrow, and I will show you guys outside now what I did. So outside of the studio here, you can see it's all lit up nice, and I did the lighting when I built it. But I framed in the AC and it's sitting on favors. Just like that, it's fine. Frame that in, I'm waiting for all that to dry so then I can do the bottom board. But for right now, everything is nice and watertight just in case it rains. It's not watertight underneath, but it's not supposed to rain tonight. So tomorrow morning I will come out and put the bottom board on. I literally was waiting for these guys to dry before I did the bottom board. And the reason is I couldn't figure out how to prop everything up because I'm not screwing anything to the walls. I'm using caulk to put everything in. There's the rest of my foam insulation. So yeah, this AC unit, even with half of the insulation in the office, the AC unit today was able to get the room down to 60 degrees. It's a 10,000 BTU. I ordered a 9,500. They sent me a 10,000, so that's awesome. I got extra for free. This is an example of me cutting in the foam tiles around the outlets. I did it also behind the television. I cut in everything back there. I had the Govee immersive LEDs for this TV. They're not going to work out because you can clearly see them when you walk in the door right here. So unfortunately, that TV is not going to have immersive lighting. These two will. That one I haven't decided yet. That's only a 32-inch. So we got time to worry about that. But yeah, big, huge update. It is bedtime. I have to get to bed. I have been in here for 12 hours. I'm beat. I'm going to jump in the shower after I upload this video, and I'm going to get to bed. Guys, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Hope you like the studio. Can't wait to do live stuff from in here. Super hyped. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow for another long day. Yeah, so my Tesla's just driving me home. It's cool. It's whatever. Drive me home. Thank you. Love you. Check out this dude. Hawkage. Sitting on the pond. Oh, bye-bye, Hawkage. I'm sorry you don't like me anymore and you flew away.
Shit! Oh my god.
What are you doing?
Oh my goodness gracious.
He's so happy.
Oh my goodness.
Look at him ready to pound.
Alright, you want leftover black eyed peas?
Sure.
Alright, I'm stacking it. Oh, alright. What am I doing? Okay, Bubba, Cooper, stop. Jesus, Cooper, stop.
Cooper, why? You don't even care about mice. He is looking straight at it though.
Alright, you guys, seriously. Goodness gracious.
This is the best. Oh, he tried to.
Get it, Bubba. Get it, Bubba.
so cool.
What?
You're a grand old flag, a high flying flag. That's it.
That's it. I don't know the rest of the words.
Da da
Da da da da da wave. Da, 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 the land I love, home of the free and the brave.
Exactly. Okay, so you got the peas, he's got the corn. Y'all are both good.
You are just ridiculous, you know it? You're ridiculous.
Alright guys, give me 2 seconds and you'll get dinner.
This is the best video ever. You!
Cooper, please stop. That's enough, buddy. Enough. Enough, asshole.
Oh, this is good. Guys, my garden hoses continue to fail without any warning, and so today we're still looking for a good garden hose. The last two ones I got lasted almost no time at all. This one has good reviews. It's a metal, stainless steel, whatever, garden hose. We're gonna get this out and look at it and see if this works any better than the last two, because they fell apart instantly. The quest for a garden hose that actually works is still going on. My pool people did not tell me that the hose that's out there is absolute garbage and it's leaking from everywhere. And it was one of those blue hoses that is supposed to be stretchy and then it goes down into a small bowl. So we have this metal garden hose that we are going to be taking out of the box right now and looking at. It says it's stainless steel, 50 foot, made of 304, PVC inner tube, top grade connectors, and a leak proof gasket. Same thing on the side there, it does say the same exact thing, and on the back, it tells you a little bit more info. It weighs 10 pounds. It's a 3/8 inch inner diameter, 5/8 outer, good to minus 10 degrees and up to 122, and compatible with 3/4 inch faucets. Back in the Supercar Street Racing dining room, we have the stainless steel garden hose now, and it is going to come out of the box and break right through the top of my table. But before we do that, there is supposed to also be some other included accessories with this, but here it is, right out of the bag. It has a Ziploc bag around it. Let's get it out of that, and right away we have a warranty card, which probably will be worthless to us. Free returns if there is no deliberate damage. There is a code right there to return it, and inside of this nice envelope there's a warranty card, and let's see what that says. So you're supposed to just be able to scan this QR code and go activate the warranty. We will do that later. And inside of the box we do see a brand new spray nozzle. That's nice. And removing the hose from the box, we are left with this nice metal hose with these nice copper ends with some reinforced rubber there. Just a normal spray nozzle is all we have. Let's get this thing outside, get it deployed, and get my pool people happy. Checking the old hose, you can see that's what happens. It sprays right out of here. So we're gonna let the pressure run out of that one and disconnect it and get the other hose. So this feeds through. Here's our hose pot. No leaks. Perfect. Okay, let's go ahead and test our new hose out. Okay, we did successfully use this hose with no issues. We're going to go ahead and wrap it back up into the pot. No problem. Now this can be inserted into the trash can. Alright guys, inside of this box sits a 100-foot hose, metal hose, to replace the one that died on the side. So far, these hoses are absolutely terrible. I've not had one that lasted more than a couple of months if you use them. Further, if you do not let the pressure out every single time, they last less than that. So we're going to get this hose out today. Also install the hose reel back on the side of the house, and we're going to do that right now. I love this. I opened this. I had to put it online, so the thing's already open, obviously, out of the box, but the last hose you will ever buy, I doubt that. Always hype, never true. This is the third hose I've bought for this side of the place. Let's see what happens.
It's not a game, it's a rich game.
Okay, I replaced the garden hose reel, rehung the hanger, and the valve is leaking directly from the stem. That valve is shot. I don't know if it's going to be able to be disconnected from the house. If it doesn't, we'll probably have to cut that PVC or cut the stucco and get a new valve installed. So I'll probably, I'm not going to deal with that. I might just try to replace that thing, turn the water off and do that, but I'm not doing the whole cut the stucco thing. So we'll see, but I do need to water the grass a little bit, so I'm going to go ahead and do that.
Got him! Got him! Oh!
Always pick your tools up or they won't be there the next time. Supercar Street Racing and Brad back in the 4K production studio, and we are so happy to have you with us today. The channel's making such good progress, and all we can say is thank you for your support. Always like and subscribe, and today we have this metal garden hose as you see here on your screen. Now this is probably the 5th or 6th hose that I have tried because all the other expandable hoses have failed over a certain amount of time. And this hose is the first one that I tried that is metal. And now you can see right in front of you, this is a 100-foot hose for $59. it has a $10 coupon available for it. Now, I did buy 2 different brands of hose for this video. The first hose you saw was a different brand than this one, but this is so funny. This is RC Fun Kid or RC Funkid. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's funny names nevertheless. And Amazon always has the best names in the world. But right here today, right now, you see that this has a 4.6 star review on Amazon. Go ahead and click through the link in my description if you want to try the metal hose. I'm going to keep this hose for a while and see how it does and then get back to you guys with an update. Because I've replaced about 5 of these now. I've tried the plastic ones and they kind of just like fell apart. They might be plastic or they might be rubber or a combination of both. But yeah, the rubber ones just kind of expanded and started peeling apart and eventually started leaking. So now we have the metal hose and we can tell you how we do after a couple of months. Guys, please like and subscribe and always look in the description of the video and order anything from Amazon you want through any of my links. You don't have to order what's in the video. Just clicking through my links actually gives me a little bit of credit if you buy anything from Amazon. For instance, this hose right here, if you would go ahead and order that through my link, I would be super grateful. And looking at them, they have a 4.6 star review. Out of 3,000 ratings, that is not bad. And you can see right here and right now is the video for the hose. We'll go ahead and drop that in at the end of the video if we can. And here's a good look at some of the features of the hose. You can see it has a thicker PVC inner tube according to the manufacturer, harder premium stainless steel, soft plastic protective cover, aluminum copper interface, 3/4 inch American screw connection, and it does have a tube pipe connection. Now guys, I would love to sit around here and talk about our hoses all day long, but I have to go play in the garden. I couldn't. Welcome back to Supercar Street Racing, and we are out here in the Supercar Street Racing garage with 2 new products that were donated to the channel today. Our proud sponsor Gertschway has given us these 2 things to check out today on the channel. So when we come back from this short break, we're going to take a look at the Gertschway digital tire inflator and the Gertschway tire inflator with pressure gauge, and that's all coming up today from the SCSR garage, so hang out. Welcome to another unboxing and review on Supercar Street Racing, and you can see right here and right now, we are out here in the SCSR garage with 2 products from Gertschway. Gertschway was so kind to go ahead and send us these 2 tire inflators. One of them is digital, one of them is not, so you can pick which one you like best after we show you exactly what they both do. And they are sitting right here on top of the Tesla Model S Plaid. And what we're gonna do today is go ahead and unbox these things in front of the SCSR Plaid, and then we're gonna take a look at how you use them. Now, you do need an air compressor or an air source of some kind to use these 2 devices right here. So you will need some kind of air supply for it that has a quick connect fitting on the end. Now, one of these guys right here is a standard standard analog gauge, and that is this one here on the right here. And then this one next to it is a digital tire inflator. So if you want to go like a little bit better quality and a little bit better display, you can go ahead and get the digital one, which we will open both of those here momentarily. Now, taking a look at the first product here, this is the Gertway tire inflator with pressure gauge right here. Now, this is simply an inflator with a quick connect hose on the end that you do attach to a air compressor hose, and you can go ahead and see what the tire pressure is in your tires. And when you squeeze this handle, it should allow air to pass into the tires here, and you can go ahead and air up to whatever preference you like. Now, on the back of the box, it does say it's useful for any kind of automotive or bike, truck, car application. It tells you that it has a 100 PSI limit to its inflation range, a plus or minus 2% accuracy, a dial resolution of 1 PSI, and it measures in PSI. It has an NPT connector on the end for any air compressor. The tire inflator with pressure gauge. Now, this other one sitting right here in front of us is the one we talked about that's a little bit upgraded from this guy right here. Now, this is the Gertway digital tire inflator with pressure gauge. Easy and precise tire inflating, and look at the front of the box here. It shows you what a cool looking device this is, and it looks like it does have a light on it. I'm interested to go ahead and check that out in the inside of this box. And on the back, it shows you again that it has a application for bike, motorcycle, car, and truck, and it does say it has a 3 to 200 PSI inflation range, so it does go higher than this one up here. It has a plus or minus 1% accuracy, a 0.01 PSI dial resolution. It measures in PSI, bar, KPA, and KGF CM2, and it also has the same NPT air compressor fitting sitting right on the end of the cable here that you can connect to any air supply source that has NTP. All right, we're right here on the back of the Tesla Model S Plaid, and we have the Gertway digital tire inflator with pressure gauge to open up for you guys first. And it's sitting right here in front of you looking so fly and fresh. And on the side, it does say Gertway, when quality is our top priority. That is their slogan. It is a X003W9UCTV digital tire pressure gauge. It does say made in China. It's got their website here, gertchkit.com, and then there is an email for their support at gertchkit.com. And on the front of the box there, you see the picture of the digital tire inflator with pressure gauge, and it says easy and precise tire inflating. Nothing on the side and on the back. It shows you the specifications, which I read to you guys already in the beginning, and it shows you the application, bike, motorcycle, car, and truck. Again, that's all you really need on the back of the box. And inside of the box, you can see right here that it has a little package with, it has 2 ways to do your tire. So it has a connector here that you can put on the end of the spout. It does have a manual, so I'll probably open that up and see what that connector is for there. Looking inside the box here, you can see this thing is very high quality. It's pretty heavy. It does have some peel satisfaction over the display, but checking out, that is the trigger that you pull to add your air. And then there is a power and a light button right here on the front of the digital tire inflator. And you can see on the side here, you do use the NPT Quick Connect to connect this to any air compressor or hose for an air source. And now inside of the box is the user manual. And it does tell you to thread the quick connector on, but it is already done for me. So it does have a lock on the air stem. I will show you that now. This is what they're talking about. You place it on the air stem here, and then you lock it in place like this. It has a little clamp there that goes in, and then you clamp it shut to make sure you're all the way on. Now it says do pay attention when you clamp it on, because it could leak if you don't get it solid onto the valve stem. It says go ahead and push the chuck onto the air stem firmly and rotate it on the valve stem thread until it seats, or use the included screw-on air chuck. So that's what this additional thing was. There is a screw-on version as well if you'd like to use that, but in order to use that, you have to remove this other guy from the end of the hose here. So to inflate your tire, very simple. You just simply squeeze this and pay attention to the display here, but that is it. And if you want to bleed off air, you simply press this button while you're connected, and that does bleed off air. We will demo that to you guys in a short amount of time here. I think I know why it didn't work. I think I know what was going on. I think it had a clear plastic thing inside there to keep the batteries from going dead. Let's see if this does the trick here. And now it is on, so yes, there was a clear plastic inside. Let's go ahead and put the cover back on. Thank you, Gershway, for the batteries. Let's go ahead and get these screws back in. So just take off the back cover and remove the little plastic and you're good to go. I didn't see that in the manual. I'm gonna double check and maybe have Gershway put that in for the future. No matter what, you do have to take off the back cover though, because there is a plastic that keeps the batteries fresh. See right there, we turn it on and it is set to bar. So if we push it again, now it's on KPA and now it's on PSI. Let's go ahead and peel off the protective peel sat. There we go. Peel satisfaction guaranteed on that one. Now here again, here is the bleed, and then here is the trigger to go ahead and add air. I'm gonna go ahead and power it off, and there it did shut off. Now here's a look at the accessories they give you. They do give you Teflon tape, so if you have to change out the NPT fitting, now, for those of you into the manual part of life and you just want analog, here is the tire inflator and pressure gauge from Gershway. And on the front it says it's easy and precise for tire inflating for home, shop, and professional on the side. And right on the back it says it's for motorcycles, bikes, trucks, and cars. Shows you its specifications, which I read to you earlier. And then it has their website, their email address, the little barcode, and this is a X001Z 1GOZX tire inflator pressure gauge. And that is all that's on the box. Let's go ahead and get this guy unboxed for you. And right inside there, we do have an accessory pack. And this time, if you want to use it, they do give you this long style tire inflator valve connector. You would have to remove the one on the end of your inflator and use this. And since this does not use power, there is no battery to worry about here. And taking a look at the inflator here, pretty high quality. It's very heavy. I like the way the gauge looks and I like the contrast of the gauge. This is our trigger to add and remove air here, and this is our bleed right here on the side. So when you're ready to bleed off air, you simply leave this connected and you go ahead and push this button and it will bleed off air from the tire. Deeper into the box here inside the Gershway analog tire inflator, there is an instruction manual, and this does say to thread on the NPT fitting, which is already on the inflator, so you don't have to worry about that. And then it says connect the Gershway pressure gauge to a compressor using the quick connect or a air hose from somewhere. It says put the air chuck on the valve stem, and to avoid leaks, push and turn. It also says you can use the enclosed dual head air chuck, which I showed you guys already. And then to fill the tire, of course, you squeeze the handle here on the side, and to bleed air, you simply push this button, and we will demonstrate that here momentarily. The dual head air chuck is mainly used for heavy duty vehicles, and that is it for the Gershway analog non-digital tire inflation device. Now the next thing we're gonna do is get down here and actually use these. So we're gonna need our air compressor. Let's grab that. Okay, we are right in front of the Tesla Model S Plaid now, right in front of these Michelin Pilot Sport 4S's. And you can see that I have my air compressor out here and it is already aired up. So we do not have to air it up, and we are not going to be plugging it in so that it is not loud. Now on my air compressor, I already have this dual air chuck like Gershway did give us with the analog gauge. I'm gonna go ahead and pop that off by pulling back on the quick connect, and it pops right off, you can see. Now these tires are aired up to around 37 PSI. I'm gonna go ahead and air them up a little bit and then go ahead and let them back out to the same air pressure. Let's go ahead and connect our Gershway. Now this is the digital one, so we're gonna go ahead and power it on. It is on and it is set to PSI. Let's put our quick connector on it. Okay, so we are quick connected, and here is our tire valve stem we have to get off first. And these are black metal ones that I bought on Amazon. There's our valve stem. We don't want to lose this because we only have 4 of those total. And now to put this on, you simply push it on and it does lock. So you push the handle, push it on the valve stem, and then let go. Now there is 35.7 PSI in this tire, and that is a little bit different than what the TPMS says, but I am going to go ahead and put some air in the tire and bring it up to about 38. 37.4. It's at 38.3 now. Let's go ahead and bring it up to 40. We're at 40. Let's go ahead and let a pound or two out now. Now by pushing this bleed button right here, you will let air out of the tire. We're at 38.9. I'm gonna go ahead and leave it at 38.8. And that is just how simple the digital air inflator is from Gershway. You simply just push this onto the tire valve stem, and then you just use your little trigger here and your air compressor. And this is a cheap air compressor, and that is all I need for right now. Let's go ahead and pull it off by pushing the disconnect, and it is off. And that's a good look at the digital one. Pretty easy. I like the way you can see the display, and if you push the light, it does light up on the display, so you would be able to see that at night, which I really like. It is very high quality, it's heavy, and it just feels like it's well made, and it's super easy to connect, and the connection is very solid. There was absolutely no leaking air from the digital Gershway when I hooked it up. Now let's move on to the analog Gershway tire inflator. We'll go ahead and get our NPT disconnected here, and it is already disconnected. Let's power off our digital Gershway by holding down the power button, and it is off now. All right, we already do have our valve stem cap off from last time, so all we have to do right here and right now is grab our analog Gershway here. Now I'm curious if this does glow in the dark. It looks like a glow in the dark type thing there. It might glow. It's got that weird color. And taking a look at this one, it is a similar design, except it has an analog gauge, right? It does still have a trigger to add air. It does still have a bleeder on the side here that you can let air out with. Let's see if it connects just as easy. Let's go ahead and connect it. And it is connected. I did not have to turn it as suggested, but I did not put the air chuck on first. Let's go ahead and do that. This is reading about 38 pounds as we said in the last one. Let's go ahead and let some air out. It is reading around 36 pounds now. Let's go ahead and put air in the tire by squeezing this trigger. And we are already up to about 40 pounds. Let's go ahead and take a little bit of air out. All right, we are back down to 38 pounds using the bleeder on the side. I like how heavy duty this thing is. It feels pretty heavy, it feels high quality. The contrast on the gauge is very easy to read. The trigger is very easy to use. It works great with my McGraw compressor here, the small compressor that I got for about 125 bucks. And it's very easy to connect, very easy to use. And let's go ahead and disconnect it now that we have our tire inflated to the exact pressure that we wanted. And that is it. It is that easy to deflate. Let's go ahead and remove it with the NPT. And there it is right there back in the box where it will be gifted to someone. And then we got our valve stem right here we can go ahead and put back on. And that is it for the demonstration of how these two inflators actually work. Go ahead and decide which one you like and go down in the description and order your favorite one from Gershway. All right, now we did just take a look at both of the Gershway products that were provided by them at no cost for us to check out with you guys, so that maybe if you're looking for something like this, you can go ahead and order from the links down in the description below. Make sure you check that out. If you liked one of these, go down below, click through the affiliate link, because when you do that, it helps the channel out so much. We only get a few dollars here and there to run the channel. And so when you buy from us, it helps us out. And the affiliates also see that you support the channel by seeing how much you actually buy. So go ahead and grab yourself either the standard tire inflator with pressure gauge or the Gertschway digital tire inflator with pressure gauge from the links in the description. And we will see you guys next time on Supercar Street Racing. We got to get out of here.